Hi everyone! So today I'm sharing my K-pop journals. Over on Twitter last month I did a poll asking if anyone was interested in seeing what my K-pop journals look like and sort of go over what my setup from last year was like versus what I'm doing this year. And there was a pretty good response, so I decided to film this for you guys. But this is an overview of what my journals are. This is my traveler's notebook, which was the system I was using for last year. So I'm going to do a flip through of this first, just to give you an overview of some things I tried out and sort of point out things that didn't really work for me, and I guess my motivation of why I switched over to using these two journals. So this middle one here is a Leuchtturm journal that a lot of bullet journalers use. I just had an extra one that I repurposed for my Kpop journal because I bought this a while ago and never really used it, but decided it would fit my needs for this year's journal. And then this I shared in my Season's Greetings unboxing, but this is the 2 p.m. Daily Diary is what they call it, journal. So I've been putting some, I guess, my K-pop journaling thoughts using this system along with this regular notebook. So first I'll go over what I did last year in my traveler's notebook. So for my first K-pop journal that I, for the most part, started last year, I decided to go with a traveler's notebook, and this one is by the Travelers Company, because I just really like how the system worked. And before I went with this journal, I was just binge watching a lot of YouTube bullet journalers and other sort of journalers, and the videos I was gravitating towards were the ones using the system. So I'm just going to share what this looks like. I bought this on Amazon Japan for a pretty good price with DHL shipping. And I customized it by putting this 2 p.m. charm as the bookmark. And I bought this in camel, so it looks like it's dark brown, but originally it was camel, and then I conditioned the leather to make it a little darker. And then my name is Emily, for those who do not know. I don't really say my name much on my channel, but I have my name listed on all my social media. But I had just repurposed the Scrabble letter by drilling a hole in it and then putting this kind of silver foil around it. I did this like in high school way back when, and I'm using that as the charm for the band to hold all this together. So what's really nice about this system is that you could have multiple notebooks in here. And so currently I have two. One was the journal I started last year, and then I also just had a spare one in here that I will be using for something else, but I guess I will just flip through, I guess, what the system looks like. So I have this folder here, just holding a lot of stickers and little memo sheets. I really like One Piece, so I got a lot of One Piece stickers that I just stuck in this dashboard here. And then this is the journal I was using, and this is a blank insert, again by Travelers Company, that I just decorated like so. And then these are just various stickers with, I guess, anime and K-pop related things, and Pusheen's hugging around this blank insert, and then again just more stickers and stuff. And then at the end here I just have larger items, mostly stickers, memo sheets, and this is a blotting paper I just randomly have in here. But I'm going to take out this journal and just flip through it instead of trying to go through everything here. So here I attempted to do dates, though as you're going to see I kind of stopped journaling for a while, so that's why this ended here. But I just wrapped some paper around this insert to decorate a bit. I wrote my little screen name, and then I had this extra Taekyon, I think it's one of those special electronic stickers that I stuck on there. Now, to open this up, I decorated this again. I have a lot of 2PM related stickers, which you'll see primarily in here in washi tape. So most of these sort of things are going to be 2PM related. But I have this one piece clip that I like to use when referencing certain pages. And then I just put some important dates. So basically military discharge dates, concert dates that I was going to, and then when dramas would start airing dates. And I'm just going to flip through these quickly without going over them too much, but in this journal I was writing mostly about comebacks. So I wrote about A Pink's comeback and Chungha's comeback. There's going to be a lot of blank pages in here. So I did that for both Minjun's and Junho's birthday because I wasn't really sure what to write. And yeah, so I left those blank. But then I did a section for Junho's 2 album, listing the track list here and then a bit about it there. And then on this page, he released a concert DVD that I wrote the set list and a couple notes while watching it. And for this journal, I also wanted to do sort of like a monthly overview. So that's where you're going to see some of these monthly kind of spreads. And this page was dedicated to 2019 group debuts, and as well as solo and subunit debuts. So I tried writing these down, but again, I kind of stopped around March or April, it looks like. This was intended to be a page for Dreamcatcher's End of Nightmare mini album, but I did fill out Chan Sung's birthday page, as well as this double page for his concert DVD that was released around the same time as his birthday. And then Kun released his first Korean solo album, so I wrote a bit about that. And then I had this unicorn pusheen here, so I thought that went well with Kun's little unicorn phrase in his Lucky Charm song. And also, this is an official card. I had some extra stuff, official cards that I stuck in here. You'll see kind of later on. But this has like plastic and I just put washi tape on it, so I didn't really damage it if I ever wanted to remove it or give it to someone. This was supposed to be at Luna's section for their XX album. And then SF9's Narcissus, a February overview page. And then 2 subme pages, so one about her Noir single. And then I went to her concert on March 7th, so I wrote a little bit in there. I think the problem with this setup for me was I just didn't really like this rectangular size. There just wasn't a lot of space for me to both decorate it and write in it. So that's kind of why I stopped using this system for this year. And then this is mostly a review of just SF9's Mamma Mia concert DVD that came in their Japanese Illuminate full-length album. And then Taekyun did these 3 periscopes, so I wrote a little bit about those on that page. And then this is just 2 focus page. And this is for Junho the Best and Seoul concert. A lot of hottest stream these online, said that like the audio stream during the concert. So I haven't really listened to a lot of those type of concerts, but I did for Junho's Seoul concert, and it was pretty magical, so that's why I wrote about it here. I wanted to review Stray Kids album, never did. This is supposed to be for Junho's Confession Trauma, which obviously is blank. And then FT Island's Everlasting album, which I didn't really want to write about because I had a lot of conflicting thoughts about it. And then this layout was for TVXQ's Tomorrow DVD where they did a little collaboration with One Piece. So I stuck one of those stickers in here, and then I cut down the postcard. I had multiples of these postcards, and I really liked the image, so that's why I stuck it in here. And then one of the K-dramas I actually watched, along with Confession, from last year was Mr. Sunshine. So I did a little section on that. These are actually Wooyoung fan site stickers, but I thought it fit the theme, so that's why I stuck this in here. And then I never did my March wrap-up. And then Bandmade is my favorite Japanese rock group. And I really got into them around when they released their band Mako, sort of April Fool's album, if you will. So I did sections on that, along with TVXQ's Circle DVD. And then I was rewatching some old Sailor Moon episodes, and so I did a section for that. I intended to also make a section for the Fruits Basket reboot, but I didn't write anything on there, and I actually haven't finished this season. I think I only have a few more episodes left that I need to finish up. And this is just for Cut Sevens, Eyes on You DVD, which I've watched, but again, I didn't really fill out anything. And then I kept doing post-it notes for things I intended to do, like Twice as Fancy You album, the SF9 Unlimited tour that I went to in LA, and then 2 p.m. 6 Higher Days DVD. And when I finished a One Piece story arc, so I wanted to do a page on that because I had so many One Piece stickers and whatnot. And then I never did Wooyoung's birthday post, and then I kind of stopped just journaling for a while. So around the end of March and early April was really when I kind of put on hold my K-pop journaling, and that was mostly because I was busy moving to another state and finishing things up with grad school. So I just didn't really have a lot of time, or I guess motivation, to continue journaling, even though the sections I did, I had a lot of fun making. Back here, which is held by another One Piece clip, I got these in one of those like kind of gotcha machines in Japan at the jump store in Tokyo Station. But these were intended to be sections that I would kind of go back to instead of just do kind of a one-off page on them. So I was watching some concerts with some friends over like in a group chat where we'd just be streaming the same concert and kind of talking through it, which was a lot of fun. We did that for Galaxy of 2 p.m., a Girls' Generation Japanese concert, and we also did it for AOA's Japanese kind of event, but I again didn't write about that here. And I wasn't reading a lot of fiction or novels last year because I was just, I guess, I kind of noticed this trend in grad school. I just didn't really want to, or I wasn't really motivated to read a lot of books, even though that was my primary hobby, especially in high school and during my undergrad. That was kind of all I did was read fiction and books. So I just read a few things that I've read, and then I was rereading a lot of books too. So I made a section there. And yeah, I read more than just one, I guess, new book. I just didn't really fill this out. And then I did this section for K-dramas, or just really any dramas. Though I only wrote some of the K-dramas that I ended up watching. And I would say what network they are on, how many episodes, what genre. And then I used these little strawberry stickers for how much I liked it. So I really loved Mr. Sunshine and Confession. This one was okay. Honestly, I was probably a little generous giving it 4 out of 5 strawberries. But I did watch a lot of other dramas. They're mostly Thai BL dramas I was watching last year, and a few Chinese dramas that just never really made it in the finished category here. So here I wrote various titles of dramas I wanted to watch that aired prior to 2019. And then here I intended to write new 2019 dramas I wanted to watch, which, yeah, I didn't fill this out completely. And this section I wanted to track my One Piece watching because I'm like, I guess I'm now over 100 episodes behind. So I would kind of highlight which story arcs I would finish, and these were the ones I had left over. I have a better One Piece tracker I have in my new journal, but yeah. I guess I should have mentioned this, but One Piece is my favorite anime manga series, and I just got into it kind of late, so that's why I've been doing this big catch up, and there's almost like 1,000 episodes in the anime alone. So these past few years I've been kind of just slowly going through them and enjoying them. So that's why you see a lot of One Piece in here. And then I have some other animes I was watching. For example, I finally watched Hunter x Hunter, which I put a little heart in next to it because I really enjoyed that anime series. And then some other ones I was watching. I'm missing a few other ones I watched last year. But yeah, I didn't watch a ton of anime, but I watched a good amount. More than, I guess, drama watching. And then I just had some other kind of random anime stickers that I stuck on the back there. But yes, this was what I was working on last year. And as I mentioned, I didn't finish all my pages or continued past April, really. But I found that even though I really love the traveler's journal system, when it comes to just journaling and things, this just wasn't working out for me in terms of being a K-pop or hobby journal. So that's why I thought switching to this voice drum journal for, I guess, my hobby journaling, I thought would be a little bit of a better system. But yeah, this is much wider than these Travelers Company's inserts. And so I just thought there was a lot more space to be creative and write down various thoughts about the things I enjoy. Now to take a look inside my 2020 journal. Again, I repurposed this journal. I forget what color this is called. On like Amazon is where I bought this. It's in sort of green shade. And I haven't decorated yet. I do have some stickers I was thinking of putting on here, but I'm a little indecisive at the moment of which ones to stick on. But I'm sure most of you have seen what these look like. Just put my name here, and I haven't filled out the table of contents. I might do that with just what page numbers each month is on, or if there's like a major page I want to highlight, I might fill those out. But because I repurposed this, the first few pages were used. So what I did was I've had this kind of cream colored paper that I basically just glued on to the first few pages. And these first few pages are going to be ones that I flip to regularly. Because like in the Traveler's Notebook where I had things I would flip to regularly in the back, I thought it made sense just to put these in the front. And I went with a 1920s theme like a lot of other bullet journals did for 2020. So I had fun kind of playing around with these fonts. And these first few pages is going to detail what albums I buy and what shows I'm watching, and they're color coded by country. So I've decided for this year to do a low buy when it comes to music and only buy albums from a few groups. So this includes both new and old albums. So far I've only pre-ordered 2PM's new Best of in Japan album. I bought Bandmaid's album from last December because I was a little late in getting that. And I also recently pre-ordered Dreamcatcher's new album. So I'm trying to stick to these slots very diligently and not add more things in here. In my last proxy order, I had a few CDs come in, but I bought those technically in December, sort of. So that's why I didn't include them in here. But if I do end up buying older CDs, I'm gonna have to list them in here just so I can kind of stay on track. And here are shows that I've finished and also shows that I'm currently watching that I plan to finish. So, so far I've only finished The King's Avatar and Tharn Type. Till We Meet Again still airing. The Game Towards Zero still airing. I'm finishing up My Hollow Love and these two Chinese fantasy dramas I need to finish up because I'm about halfway in both. I plan to finish those soon. And you'll notice that these are shorter. And I put these tabs in here just because I thought it would be fun. I might change the washi tape that the tabs are color coded in, but for now they're this color. And then this page, I'm going to list all the anime I'm watching. So far, I've been watching Haikyuu, the 4th season, and then I rewatched number 6 recently, so I put that in here. And this is my One Piece tracker of all the story arcs I need to get through to catch up to the latest one. I'm almost done with the Dressrosa story arc. I think I only have like 3 episodes left. So I need to finish that, and then I'm going to fill this in and track it that way. Over here, I just have various games I either own, I plan on buying, and things that I could possibly play this year. As you see, I haven't finished any of these games. Right now I'm playing Trails of the Sky SC, if you're familiar with the Nihon Falcom games trail series. And that's a really long game, so I've been slowly going through that. And yeah, that's sort of where I'm at. I also have this fold out if I plan on buying more games in the future, but yeah, this is very ambitious of me, having all these games listed, so I don't know how that's going to go. Various systems. And then here, I'm going to color code, just like with my dramas, what sort of books I've been reading, and color code it by genre. This is actually a little out of date. I need to add a few more books because I've been reading a lot. I sort of went back to my habits of being a very avid reader that I was before, which has been fun. And I just always found this kind of hard to balance with my other hobbies and other things that are going on. But now that I don't have grad school to worry about, I have a lot more free time. So yeah, I plan on kind of filling these out throughout the year. On Goodreads, I have a tentative like 100 book goal for this year, but at the rate I'm going, I probably will surpass that, especially if I'm doing really short books that are easy to read or fast and easy to read. I'm also doing some subscription boxes for books, and I just kind of keeping track of the ones I get from those there. And now I'm into my January spreads. So I just do very simple, I guess, month pages, and I'm not that creative when it comes to my journal spreads. I kind of just play around with washi tape, and if I have some like fan site photos or other photos, I stick it in, or this was like a bookmark that I repurposed for my reading goals and series I want to kind of go into. So the spread is obviously, I guess, Minjun's military discharge. This is, again, more about my reading goals for this year. I like to do album reviews in my journals, and the only album I've really been into this year so far has been SF9's album, so I kind of just put some thoughts about each of the songs and just commemorated their first and second win. And just talk about some books I was reading the beginning of January. And then for this page, I just put some thoughts down about 2PM's latest Season's Greeting DVD, and just kind of how I've missed feeling so emotional about 2PM. And as we get into my other journal, there was a lot of 2PM in January, so a lot of my hottest feels were very much alive in these spreads, as you'll see. And then it was June K's birthday, so I did a spread about him here. And then down here, I read a little bit about his fan meeting that he had. That was called Walking on the Moon. And then here, I just talk about how my house The 2PM music video from like 5 years ago reached 40 million views, and how the YouTube algorithm sort of, I guess, made 2PM popular again in Korea, which I wasn't expecting. I don't think anyone was expecting this kind of resurgence, but it's been great, and we've just had so much, I guess, 2PM content, even though they're on group hiatus, which has been surprising. And so many networks have been going like on the trend of doing a 2PM or Junho sort of compilation videos, and yeah, January's been fun. And then this spread, another reading goal of mine for this year is to, I guess, reread and complete the Shadowhunter series. So this was a series I loved in high school, and then I kind of stopped reading after, let's see, I got through the first 4 Mortal Instruments books, and then the first Infernal Devices books. So I've just been kind of slowly going through this, anticipating the new book that's coming out on, I guess, March 3rd. So I'm a little behind because I found that with this series, especially these earlier books, they just don't really live up to, or I guess they haven't aged well for me, which is to be expected. They were kind of early young adult books when this genre became popular. But my goal is to get past all these Mortal Instruments books, read the ones I haven't read before, and then get on to the other spin-off series. And eventually the new book. And this is blank right now, but I plan on printing out a picture of something having to do with the Shadowhunter series. I just haven't decided what to print out there. And my spread for Junho's birthday, and his latest concert DVD titled Junho the Best. And one of the dramas that I finished this year so far was The King's Avatar, so I just did a little spread about that. It's a little bit messy. I kind of did a doodle here that I wanted to cover up with washi tape. So I'm probably going to fix this eventually, but that's how it looks like right now. And then I made this page, just organizing what my favorite Nikun solo songs are, ranking them for my compilation video. I made a spread talking about haiku because the 4th season just started, and I haven't actually started this yet. I was kind of waiting for a few episodes to air and then binge watch them. But I got these lovely stickers that I got for my K-pop Secret Santa, so I thought that was perfect for the spread. And then I made a spread about Taekyen's new drama, The Game Toward Zero. I wrote a little bit about that. And then we have February, which all these are still under construction, so I won't share those. I don't know how interesting my journals are, but if I guess there's demand, I could always do a flip through at the end of the year, so you guys can see how this journal shaped up to be. So let me know down in the comments, I guess, if that would interest you. And now for the last journal, which is, I guess, the companion to my other hobby journal that I'm using this year, is from the 2PM Season's Greetings. And in this journal, I sort of just kind of keep some dates, or important dates, and things that just kind of pop up when it comes to hobbies that I guess want to commemorate. Here for the monthly spread, it's sort of these, I guess this diary is intended to be a planner so that you're supposed to plan out certain things, but I'm kind of using it more retroactively, where I kind of reflect on what's happened during these days or this month. So and here I kind of just remark that January there's a lot of 2PM stuff, which made my heart happy. Here for the January monthly spread, I was experimenting with different pens and things, and as you see, there's a lot of just smears and smudges. I found with this paper, it's been really kind of hard to write, so I have to let things dry for a long period before I flip or try to write other things. But again, I just try to commemorate different events that are happening, like Junkei's discharge, which was already written there, but add a little bit more flair, and his birthday, Junho's birthday, when they're when certain dramas are airing, and I like to keep track of when I upload videos on my YouTube channel, as well as to keep track of some group orders that I've been doing, that I've been advertising on Twitter. Just when things kind of close or when stock gets in, those sort of things. And then, so I got this journal after this week. I think it was, yeah, this week was when I actually got it. So I kind of just filled out a few things that happened, like obviously Minjun's discharge. So this isn't that interesting. And so how I've been approaching this is I've been using the weekly missions just to sort of organize things that I've done sort of that day, hobby-wise. So if I was reading a certain book, I would just kind of mark down what book I was reading, or if I was playing some game, I would mark down what sort of game. Before I kind of just did finish, started, and that was sort of a mess. So I kind of just went on with just making simple notes. And again, I was experimenting with pens still, so that's why there's so many smudges here. And whenever I get like little paper things or scraps, I would put them in here along with washi tape. So this is a little cleaner, and I was sort of getting more comfortable using this. So again, I would mark, I guess, mostly what I was reading or playing. If I would get like a haul in, I would talk about it. If it was snowing, I was kind of marking that down too, because snow was something very new for me. And other kind of important things like SF9's first win, birthdays again. And I've been using these stickers, which have been really nice. I was using these too in my Loistrom journal. But I got these off of Redbubble, where you could find a lot of designs from this fan artist. I'm going to link that down below, because she does really amazing work, and she does a lot of TPM stuff, along with some other groups, but I just love her style. And Redbubble had a sale on their stickers, so I just ended up getting a bunch that I liked and been using them in this journal. There's another one. It's not that exciting what I've been doing in here. It's been nice to kind of just, at the end of the day, kind of reflect what happened, and to look back on certain things. But yeah, that's what this is looking like. I don't really fill these out. And then so far what I've been working on for my February spread, with some important dates and whatnot. Alright, so those are all the journals that I've worked on the past year and I'm using for this year. I hope you guys found this interesting. I know I rambled about some of the spreads for probably a little too long, so thanks for sticking with me. But I'm pretty satisfied with using both of these journals so far. There's been some days where I would skip and then have to kind of catch up, but I found this system has helped me be a little bit more consistent in keeping up with journaling. This journal I really love, again, the Traveler's Notebook, but I'm going to make this into a work sort of planner, I think, and use it in that way instead of trying to be creative in it. So hopefully that will work out for me. But yeah, I probably won't share what's in this journal if I do convert it to a work planner, just because you guys probably find it a little boring. Yeah, and it's not going to be kind of creative looking at all, just more practical. But yeah, let me know what journal you guys like using for your K-pop journal or other hobby journal, or I guess even your daily sort of planner. Have you played with different systems, I guess kind of like what I've done, or have you kind of found one that you've kept to that you feel really comfortable using? So let me know down in the comments what you guys like using, and until my next video. Bye guys.